Since there's already a video dedicated to acoustic guitar types, now it's time to cover electric guitar types. If you'd like to check out the video on acoustic guitar types, you'll find links in the description and on the cards. Okay, when choosing between different types of electric guitar, the main thing is to know if that guitar will give us the sound we are looking for, or if its manufacturing is oriented to the use we will give it. There are a large number of models or types of electric guitar on the market, each with its own particular characteristics, aimed at rhythm or solo playing, and for different musical styles. Guitars with vintage, modern, or high-gain style pickups, or with different fingerboard radius, woods, and joints between the neck and the body of the guitar. To begin with, classic or vintage-style electric guitars could be categorized into two groups: Fender-style models and Gibson-style guitars. I want to clarify, though, that a guitar can be a Fender or a Gibson, but not vintage. I hope the concept is clear. The flagship of the Fender sound is the well-known twang sound, a bell-like twangy sound. And Gibson's signature sound is a fuller, more resonant sound that generates greater distortion. These are the most basic qualities, but we can get an excellent distorted sound from a Fender and a great clean sound from a Gibson. It all started in earnest with the Fender Telecaster, the first mass-produced electric guitar which is still fully in use today. Highly appreciated by many guitarists for its distinctive sound and simplicity. The Stratocaster model was the second guitar developed by Fender as a more refined and versatile version of Telecaster. What can we say about the Stratocaster? It is simply one of the best-selling electric guitar models, and one of the most used by professionals. The Les Paul guitar is the first model developed by Gibson in response to Telecaster and Stratocaster developed earlier by Fender. Gibson wanted to take this model to a higher level than Fender guitars, with noise-reducing pickups and a set-in neck. But its higher price and more limited versatility did not allow it to compete with Fender's early models. However, today it is an essential electric guitar model and one of the most imitated. After the initial failure of the Gibson Les Paul, the brand was far from giving up. Consequently, it developed a new model to reduce production costs and lighten the weight of its first guitar, creating the Gibson SG with a narrower body, without a maple top, and with easier access to the last frets of the fingerboard. While Gibson's early days in the electric guitar market weren't very promising due to various circumstances, this wasn't the case with the ES335. This guitar proved to be a huge success from its launch in 1958 and remains the benchmark for semi-solid guitars today. Wide-body models would be another type of electric guitar, but they move into an area that is almost more of an acoustic instrument. Between the release of the Les Paul and SG models, Gibson launched the Striking Explorer and Flying V models. These are well known today, but they enjoyed little success in the 1950s. The instruments were ready, but there weren't enough musicians to handle such aggressive designs and sounds. These models have similar features, but with standard features compared to other Gibson models. 2 years after Fender created the Stratocaster in 1956, the brand introduced the Duo Sonic. With this new model, Fender wanted to return to the simplicity of the Telecaster, such as the use of a fixed bridge and a pair of pickups, but with its own unique features, such as a short scale length of only 24 inches. As for the Fender Mustang, it was introduced 10 years after the release of the Duo Sonic, as an improved replacement for the Duo Sonic. Although both models, well known to alternative rock musicians, are still produced today. Like the Duo Sonic and Fender Mustang, the Jazzmaster and Jaguar have also been and are guitars generally used by alternative rock bands such as Sonic Youth, The Cure, Radiohead, Nirvana, or The Smiths, among many others. The Gibson Firebird dates back to the early 1960s and is a rarity among Gibson models due to its neck-through-body construction. But the main feature that differentiates this model's sound from other Gibson guitars is its double-coil mini humbucker pickups. The custom Telecaster is a Fender model with some Gibson features, such as individual tone and volume controls for each pickup, a Gibson-style 3-way pickup selector, and a wide-range dual-coil pickup. The thin line could also be considered a custom model due to its pickup configuration. However, its defining characteristic is its semi-solid hollow body with an F-hole. We move on to the model unconsciously developed by Eddie Van Halen. This ramshackle guitar was actually the origin of the electric guitar types known as Superstrat models. Popularized in the 80s, but today they are one of the most successful models. The name Superstrat, or Super Stratocaster, comes from the similarity in body shape to the Fender Stratocaster model. But in reality, its features are endless. An instrument of this style can combine qualities from all types of electric guitars, while also adding new features to take everything to the next level. Baritone guitars are characterized by a longer scale length than other standard guitar models. This affects their string gauges and tuning, and consequently their sound. Moving on to extended range models, such as 7- and 8-string electric guitars, these are very popular among guitarists of extreme modern music genres. This instrument provides an extra of bass frequencies, which create deeper and darker tones, highly appreciated in the development of these musical genres. If you're interested in learning about the different types of guitar picks, their materials, sizes and shapes, you'll now find the link to the video in question.